Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Time English.
My name's Mark.
And my name's Anna. How are you today, Mark?
I'm doing great. Thanks. I've been trying to follow some healthier habits recently. How about you?
That's wonderful. I'm doing well, too. And that's a great topic for today's episode, healthy habits.
Excellent choice. And for today's grammar focus, we'll be looking at modal verbs for giving advice and suggestions like should, must, ought to, and could.
That's right. These words help us give recommendations and talk about what is good or necessary to do. But before we discuss the grammar, let's listen to a short text from Mia in London.
Many people want to be healthier, but they don't always know where to start. If you want to improve your health, you should eat a balanced diet. That means eating lots of vegetables, fruits, and proteins. You must not eat too much fast food because it can be bad for your body. It's also important to stay active. You ought to do some kind of exercise every day, even if it's just a short walk. Sitting too much is not good for your health. If you don't like the gym, you could try yoga, swimming, or dancing instead. Finally, sleep is very important. You must get enough sleep so your body can rest and recover. If you go to bed too late, you might feel tired all day. Taking care of your health is not just about one thing. It's about making small, good choices every day.
Thank you, Mia. That was really helpful. Now, let's look at some of the language and grammar in the text.
Yes, Mia said. You should eat a balanced diet. The word should is a modal verb we use to give advice.
Exactly. Should is used when we want to say something is a good idea.
Now, let's look at another example. You must not eat too much fast food. Here, must not is a strong way to say something is not allowed or is a bad idea.
That's right. Must is very strong. It's used for rules or very strong advice. For example, you must wear a seatbelt in a car.
Next, Mia said, you ought to do some kind of exercise every day. This is similar to should, right?
Yes. Ought to is another way to give advice. It's a little more formal than should, but they have the same meaning.
Then she said, you could try yoga, swimming, or dancing instead. Here, could is used for a suggestion. It's a way to say something is possible.
Exactly. Could is softer than should or must. It's just an option.
All right. Let's practice giving advice using modal verbs. Anna, imagine your friend is very tired all the time. What advice would you give?
I would say you should go to bed earlier and get at least 8 hours of sleep. What about you?
I might say, you must drink enough water and avoid too much caffeine.
Good advice. Now, let's try another one. What would you say to someone who doesn't like exercise but wants to be healthier?
I would suggest you could try a fun activity like dancing or cycling instead of going to the gym.
Great idea. You don't always have to go to the gym to stay fit.
All right, time for a quick quiz. I will say a situation and you give advice using a modal verb. Ready?
Ready!
Okay. Situation 1. Your friend eats a lot of junk food. What advice do you give?
You should eat more fresh fruits and vegetables.
Perfect. Next situation. Someone wants to relax but doesn't know how.
You could try meditation or listening to calming music.
Nice. Last one. A friend never drinks enough water.
You could try meditation or listening to calming music.
Nice. Last one. A friend never drinks enough water.
You must drink more water to stay hydrated.
Well done. That was fun.
Yes, we've learned some great ways to give advice today.
And that's it for this episode of Talk Time English.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Time English. My name's Mark.
And my name's Anna. How are you today, Mark?
I'm very well. Thank you, Anna. I'm excited for another episode. How are you?
I'm well, too. And I'm also looking forward to this episode because today we're talking about something everyone loves, food.
That's right. And specifically, we're talking about one of the most popular foods in the world, pizza.
Excellent. Now, Mark, what are the language points that we're going to be looking at today?
Today, we'll be looking at the past simple tense.
Great. So we can listen for it in the text. Let's have a listen. And because pizza originally comes from Italy, let's listen to Luca from Rome.
I'm sure you know pizza. It is one of the most popular foods in the world. But did you know that pizza has a long history? The ancient Greeks and Egyptians made flatbreads with toppings, but modern pizza was created in Italy. In 1889, a chef in Naples, Italy, made a special pizza for Queen Margherita. He used tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil to represent the colors of the Italian flag. This pizza became very popular, and today we call it Margherita pizza. In the 20th century, Italian immigrants took pizza to the United States, where it became a favorite food. In 1905, the first pizzeria in America opened in New York City. Over time, people created new types of pizza, like pepperoni pizza and deep dish pizza. Today, people all over the world eat pizza. Some countries have their own versions, like sushi pizza in Japan or curry pizza in India. No matter where you are, you can probably find a delicious pizza to enjoy. Thank you, Luca. So, let's review the text and talk about some of the vocabulary and language that we find. Would you like to read the first phrase, Mark?
Absolutely. I'm sure you know pizza. It is one of the most popular foods in the world.
Great. Let's talk about the word popular.
Yes. Popular means that many people like something. If a food, movie, or song is popular, that means a lot of people enjoy it. For example, pizza is popular all over the world because millions of people love to eat it.
Exactly. Now let's move on to the next sentence.
The ancient Greeks and Egyptians made flatbreads with toppings, but modern pizza was created in Italy.
Here we have two verbs in the past simple tense, made and was created.
That's right. Made is the past simple form of make, and it is an irregular verb. That means it does not follow the usual ed rule. Instead of make, we say made.
And was created is a passive verb. Do you remember how the passive voice works?
Yes. In the passive voice, we use was or were plus the past participle of the verb. In this case, create is the base verb, and the past participle is created. So we say was created. This structure is often used when we want to focus on the action rather than who did it.
Exactly. Now let's look at another important part of the text.
In 1889, a chef in Naples, Italy, made a special pizza for Queen Margherita.
This sentence includes a year, 1889. It's important to know how to say years correctly in English.
Yes. We say this year as 1889 In English, years before 2000 are usually split into two parts. For example, 1995 is 1995.
That's right. And we see the verb made again, which, as we mentioned earlier, is the past simple of make.
Moving on, let's look at this sentence. In the 20th century, Italian immigrants took pizza to the United States, where it became a favorite food.
This sentence has two past simple verbs, took and became.
Yes. Took is the past simple form of take, and became is the past simple form of become. These are both irregular verbs.
That's right. Now let's continue.
In 1905, the first pizzeria in America opened in New York City.
Here, opened is a regular past simple verb. Do you see the pattern?
Yes. For regular verbs, we simply add e to the base verb. The base verb here is open, and the past simple is opened.
Good. Now, let's look at the next part.
Over time, people created new types of pizza, like pepperoni pizza and deep dish pizza.
Here, we have the past simple verb created, which follows the regular ed rule. The base verb is create, and the past simple is created.
And now, let's look at the last part of the text. Today, people all over the world eat pizza. Some countries have their own versions, like sushi pizza in Japan or curry pizza in India.
Good observation. This part is in the present simple tense because it talks about general facts that are true now.
That was a lot of great vocabulary and grammar. Now, let's do some practice with the past simple. Anna, what did you eat for dinner last night?
I ate pasta. And you?
I had a sandwich.
Notice that we use the past simple to talk about finished actions in the past. I ate and I had are both examples of this.
That's right. Now I have a fun question. What is your favorite pizza topping?
I love mushrooms. What about you?
I like pepperoni. It's a classic choice.
That was a great discussion. All right. Before we wrap up, let's do a fun little challenge to practice past simple verbs. I'll say a verb in the present, and you have to use its past simple form in a sentence. Sound good, Mark?
Oh, that sounds like a great way to practice. Let's do it.
Okay, first one, the verb go.
Okay. Yesterday, I went to my favorite pizza place with my friends.
Perfect. Now let's try the verb buy.
All right. Last weekend, I bought a big pepperoni pizza and shared it with my family.
Nice. That sounds delicious. Now, let's use verb right.
Okay. This morning, I wrote a message to my friend about trying a new pizza place.
Great sentence. You're doing awesome. Next one, take.
Let's see. Last night, I took a slice of pizza from my brother's plate when he wasn't looking.
Ha ha! That was a clever move. All right. Here's the last one, the verb see.
A couple of days ago, I saw a huge pizza with 10 different toppings. It looked amazing.
Excellent. You made sentences that were fun and natural. Well done.
Thanks. That was a fun way to practice.
And for everyone listening, try doing this at home. Pick some verbs, make sentences in the past simple, and challenge yourself to use them in real conversations.
That's a great idea. And now let's listen to Luca one more time as he reads the full text. See if you can spot all the past simple verbs. Over to you, Luca.
I'm sure you know pizza. It is one of the most popular foods in the world. But did you know that pizza has a long history? The ancient Greeks and Egyptians made flatbreads with toppings, but modern pizza was created in Italy. In 1889, a chef in Naples, Italy, made a special pizza for Queen Margherita. He used tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil to represent the colors of the Italian flag. This pizza became very popular, and today we call it Margherita pizza. In the 20th century, Italian immigrants took pizza to the United States, where it became a favorite food. In 1905, the first pizzeria in America opened in New York City. Over time, people created new types of pizza, like pepperoni pizza and deep dish pizza. Today, people all over the world eat pizza. Some countries have their own versions, like sushi pizza in Japan or curry pizza in India. No matter where you are, you can probably find a delicious pizza to enjoy.
That's it for this episode of Talk Time English.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Time English.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here again. How are you today, Mark?
I'm doing well, Anna. And I'm excited about today's topic because it's something that affects all of us. Technology.
Yes, technology is everywhere, and it has changed our lives in so many ways. Today, we'll be discussing how it has changed the way we communicate, work, and live.
And we'll also be focusing on today's grammar point, the present perfect tense.
That's right. The present perfect is used to talk about actions or experiences that have happened at an unspecified time before now. You'll hear it a lot in today's discussion, but first, let's listen to our guest Leo, who will tell us about how technology has changed communication.
Technology has changed the way people communicate. In the past, people wrote letters to stay in touch, and sometimes they had to wait weeks for a reply. But now we have email, social media, and instant messaging. I have sent thousands of messages in my life, and I have never had to wait more than a few seconds for a reply. Phones have also changed a lot. My grandparents used to have a landline phone with a rotary dial, but I have always used a smartphone. I have made video calls to friends in other countries, and it feels like they are right next to me. Technology has truly made the world smaller.
Thank you, Leo. That was really interesting. So, let's go over some key vocabulary and grammar from his story.
Yes. The first phrase that stood out to me was, I have sent thousands of messages. This is a great example of the present perfect tense.
Exactly. In the present perfect, we use have or has plus the past participle. So here, have sent means that Leo has done this many times in his life, but we don't say exactly when.
And he also said, I have never had to wait more than a few seconds for a reply. The word never is often used in the present perfect to talk about things that have not happened at any time before now.
Good point. And what about I have always used a smartphone? Here always shows that this has been true for his whole life.
That's right. The present perfect is great for talking about life experiences. Speaking of experiences, Anna, what is one piece of technology that has changed your life?
Good question. I would say online shopping. I have ordered so many things online in the past few years. It's so convenient.
Oh, I agree. I have bought almost all my electronics online. It's easy, but sometimes I spend too much money.
I know that feeling. I've done the same thing before. Sometimes I just want to check the prices, and before I know it, I've bought something new.
Exactly. Online shopping makes it so easy to buy things quickly. Have you ever ordered something and then regretted it?
Oh, absolutely. I've ordered clothes that looked great in the pictures, but when they arrived, they didn't fit at all. What about you?
Yes. I've bought gadgets that I didn't really need. For example, I once bought a smart lamp, but I never even use it.
Aha! That happens to a lot of people. Speaking of technology, have you ever lost your phone or had a big tech problem?
Oh, yes. I've lost my phone before and it was a disaster. I had to change all my passwords and get a new one.
That sounds stressful. I've never lost my phone, but I have broken one. I dropped it in water and it stopped working.
Ouch. That's the worst. It's crazy how much we depend on technology every day. Have you ever tried taking a break from your phone?
Yes, I've spent a whole weekend without using my phone and it was amazing. I had so much free time. Have you ever done that?
I've tried, but I always check my messages after a few hours. Maybe I should try again.
It's hard, but it's a good challenge.
That's good to know. And now, let's practice using the present perfect a little more. Listen carefully. Or maybe you're discussing books and you say, I have read this book 3 times because I love it so much.
Exactly. And what if you're talking about travel? You could say, I have visited Paris twice, and I have loved it both times.
Yes. Or think about learning. You might say, I have studied English for 2 years and I have improved a lot.
That's a great example. The present perfect is useful when we talk about experiences, unfinished actions, or changes over time.
Now, let's listen to our special guest again for the full story. Over to you.
Technology has changed the way people communicate. In the past, people wrote letters to stay in touch, and sometimes they had to wait weeks for a reply. But now we have email, social media, and instant messaging. I have sent thousands of messages in my life, and I have never had to wait more than a few seconds for a reply. Phones have also changed a lot. My grandparents used to have a landline phone with a rotary dial, but I have always used a smartphone. I have made video calls to friends in other countries, and it feels like they are right next to me. Technology has truly made the world smaller.
That was such a fun conversation. We've talked about online shopping, great deals, and how easy it is to spend too much money.
Yes, and we've also practiced using the present perfect to talk about experiences and things we've done over time.
Exactly. Remember, the present perfect is great for talking about things you've done before, even if you don't say exactly when.
That's right. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and join us next time for more fun conversations and useful English practice.
We'd also love to hear from you. Have you ever bought something online that you didn't really need? Let us know in the comments.
Thanks for listening and see you in the next episode.